when we're talking about design and processes and procedures, it's quite wide-ranging, but it actually really starts with the end user. Really, your first port of call is to think about who is going to use this, for what purpose, and when are they going to use it. And from then you can think about how do we make it easy for them. Because let's face it, we're all human. We all like to take the easiest, shortest path of resistance to do anything. So, well, let's just actually play to that. So what we really need to do with a process or a procedure is very quickly lead people to the detail. Don't go straight into it. If you were to plan a journey around the world, you wouldn't start by looking at the street corners and turns and junctions between here and Timbuktu. What you would do is you would stand back first of all and say, okay, there's key stages that we'd have to go through, and then we can plot major routes, and then we can look at the more difficult ones and work in the details. So that's what I mean. We call that abstraction. So sometimes we create very detailed processes and procedures, and we don't abstract them. We don't start off by giving people a quick overview about this is what it's about, these are the stages. So one or two examples here. This is what I kind of mean, in that you should be able to give people a high-level overview about what's the main stages that's involved in your process, and then you can pick any one of these, and then you can start to lead people into the detail. You can say, in this stage, this is what we do. Okay, so that's what we call abstraction. Don't give everything to everybody and expect them to absorb it in one go. Start to lead them into that. The other philosophy that I think is really important is what's called single field of view. Now, what we mean by that is the more pages that we have to turn, the more we get turned off. Okay, so single field of view, you can actually put a lot of information in a single field of view because things fold out if you do it on paper, and electronically, you've got screens that go on forever. So there's quite a lot of information in this. This little one here has got details about how to do something and a process about how to do it and a thing about roles. And it's all in a single field of view, and it's all in one piece of paper. So that's what we mean by single field of view. It isn't about throwing away all the detail, and it isn't about cramming things in. It's about trying to get that right balance so that when I pick something up, I get the headline things and the most important things that I need to know about. If there's more detail in behind it, I can then go and get that, especially if you're going to link it to me, thinking about electronic processes and procedures. You can directly link me through to that detail. So structure is important then. You need to think about how people are going to use it, chunking it up the right way. Is this going to be delivered through words? Is it going to be structured through images? We've done a lot of stuff recently around looking at safe operating procedures and turning pages of words into simple pictures of what you need to do. This is what it looks like. People can engage with that so much more easily. So that's what we mean by design. It's about the kind of look and feel of it, but more importantly, it's about the actual structure of it, thinking how users would actually pick that up. So aesthetically, it's got to look good as well. We so often create things in the tools that we just have to hand, Microsoft Word, Excel, and we create these things and they don't look particularly good. They look like we really have knocked them up in an afternoon. So apply a bit of professionalism to it, get some professional assistance, make it look like you really mean it by applying design principles to that give it some gravitas.